Chapter 90 of the Quran is called Surah Al Balad, which translates to the city or the land. It is a Maccan chapter consisting of 20 verses. Here is a brief explanation of the verses in this chapter. Verse 1. I swear by this city. This verse begins with an oath, swearing by the city. The specific city referred to is not mentioned, but it is believed to be Makkah or another significant city from the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Verse 2. And you, O Muhammad, are free of restriction in this city. This verse addresses the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, affirming his freedom and authority in the city. It highlights his role as a messenger and leader in Makkah. Verse 3. And I swear by the Father and that which was born of him. This verse adds another oath, swearing by the Father and his offspring. The Father here is understood to refer to the Prophet Abraham, who is revered as a prominent figure in Islamic history. Verses 4, 5. We have certainly created man into hardship. Does he think that never will anyone overcome him? These verses highlight the inherent challenges and struggles of human existence. They emphasize the transient nature of human power and remind individuals that they are not invincible or immune to difficulties. Verse 6, he says, I have spent wealth in abundance. This verse introduces a hypothetical, arrogant individual who boasts about their wealth and material possessions. It serves as a representation of those who rely solely on worldly achievements and ignore their moral and spiritual responsibilities. Verse 7. Does he think that no one has seen him? This verse questions the perception of the arrogant individual, reminding them that their actions and intentions are not hidden from Allah. It emphasizes the concept of divine observation and accountability. Verses 8, 10. Have we not made for him 2 eyes, and a tongue and 2 lips, and have shown him the 2 ways? These verses highlight the faculties and abilities given to human beings by Allah. They mention the gift of sight, speech, and the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. They serve as a reminder of the blessings and responsibilities associated with these faculties. Verse 11. But he has not broken through the difficult pass. This verse refers to the individual who has not overcome their ego, desires, and the challenges of self-discipline. It signifies the failure to navigate the path of righteousness and morality. Verses 12, 16. And what can make you know what is breaking through the difficult pass? It is the freeing of a slave or feeding on a day of severe hunger, an orphan of near relationship, or a needy person in misery, and then being among those who believed and advised one another to patience and advised one another to compassion. These verses describe the qualities and actions that help a person break through the difficult pass. They include acts of kindness, such as freeing slaves, feeding the hungry, supporting orphans and the needy, and embodying patience and compassion. These actions are seen as virtuous and indicative of a person's righteousness and moral character. Verse 17, those are the companions of the right. This verse refers to those who fulfill the mentioned righteous actions and possess the qualities described in the previous verses. They are recognized as the righteous companions who will be rewarded in the hereafter. Verse 18, but they who disbelieved in our signs, those are the companions of the left. This verse refers to those who reject the signs of Allah and fail to engage in righteous actions. They are identified as the disbelievers and are associated with negative consequences in the hereafter. Verses 19, 20, over them will be fire closed in and covered bridges. These verses mention the punishment awaiting those who disbelieve and reject the signs of Allah. The imagery of fire and covered bridges signifies their state of torment and separation from goodness and mercy. Surah Al Balad serves as a reminder of the challenges of human existence, the transient nature of worldly power, and the importance of recognizing one's moral and spiritual responsibilities. It highlights the virtues of kindness, compassion, and righteousness, and warns against arrogance and neglecting the needs of others. The chapter emphasizes the concept of divine observation and accountability, and underscores the rewards and consequences in the hereafter based on one's actions.